Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Unbecoming of an officer and dangerous. A Detroit EMS report blasting a fire battalion chief, accusing him of mishandling a high-risk situation. Thanks for being here with us at 6. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. We have heard time and again how coming in contact with even a small amount of fentanyl can turn deadly.
First responders are taught to take the strictest precautions around it, but some don't feel those rules were followed earlier this week when a large amount of fentanyl was recovered in a home on Kentucky near Eaton on the city's west side.
And tonight, the chief in charge of that scene is being accused of putting first responders in danger. Sean Lay breaking this story for us tonight, and you've been getting answers in your investigation into what happened here, Sean.
Devin, Kimberly, right here, we got to ask questions of Detroit's fire commissioner. We asked him, with first responders heading into this house Monday, a house we're told was really packed with fentanyl, dangerous fentanyl, why medics and Narcan would be kept away from that house. Here's what we're learning. We are told so much deadly fentanyl was found in this home on Kentucky, the city has shut down the house, slapping a sign on it that reads toxic. Radio dispatch reveals the deadly danger was so great, the battalion chief at the scene had fire crews park down the block for their safety.
These reporting stage a block away into the rival hazmat.
Hazardous materials crews from MSP and Detroit Fire put on PPE. This neighbor knew how dangerous of a situation this was.
It was a pretty scary situation at the time.
But Detroit EMS with Narcan was ordered by that battalion chief to wait on the corner, not by the house. An EMS captain spoke up, says the chief disrespected him. The captain writing this report stating there should have been no entry without a rescue plan in place. The EMS captain says medics should have been close with Narcan and other life-saving gear, but none of this occurred on this scene, and Chief 1 dismissed me.
We're going to have some training on this. I believe that could have been closer. In case an incident did happen, it would have been closer to the house where we could have made a very good rescue.
The report goes on to state the battalion chief's actions, quote, are unbecoming of an officer and dangerous. Said the chief's actions were dangerous. Were they dangerous?
So I wouldn't say they're dangerous. The men and women on the Detroit Fire Department, every day, they're not going to put their members, their co-workers, or any citizen in danger. So until we do a full investigation, we won't know what either of them thought. But at the same token, we're not going to put up with any member disrespecting another member. So if that comes out of the conclusion, then we'll act accordingly.
Commissioner Sims adds to us that the situation was handled. No one got injured or hurt out there. That is certainly the good news, but you heard him say more training for the chief that was out there is going to be coming down the line towards him, apparently. Back to you, Devin.
But Sean, you're learning that this is, there's more than just keeping medics and Narcan away from the house, right?
The more we looked into this today, Devin, the more we heard from sources telling us that so much fentanyl was found there that they could have, at the scene there, evacuated that block. And that did not happen. Wow. So people are pointing to more problems out there. The captain's report is 18 pages long. It's absolutely blistering and certainly got the department's attention today.
It's just hard to grasp almost what a minuscule amount of this stuff can do. Really stunning stuff. All right, Sean.
Well, that thick haze over Metro Detroit is impacting the air we breathe. Our live camera in Southfield showing the haze is still lingering. It's smoke from the Canadian wildfires that made its way over the U.S. At one point today, Detroit's air quality was ranked second worst in the entire world by a Swiss company that monitors it. Right now, we're ranked 23rd. The Tigers game tonight in Philadelphia has been postponed until tomorrow due to air quality issues there. The same goes for the Yankees hosting the White Sox in the Bronx. Right now, the worst air quality in the world is in New York City. And you're looking live at the skyline there, and you can barely see some of those iconic buildings. Experts say the air quality is considered very unhealthy for breathing. In fact, it ranks as hazardous with an air quality index of 355. Here in Detroit, our AQI remains under 100, which is in the moderate range.
And Kim's here with a little bit of perspective on that. Kim, that New York shot looked like it was in the middle of a rainstorm.
Yeah,
and that 355 even caught me off guard because, 100 is moderate, so it's still unhealthy. 355 is just incredible. Air quality alert is in effect for all of southeast lower Michigan through Thursday, maybe even extending into Friday. So let's take a look at the East Coast. You can see right here, very unhealthy. even hazardous, obviously looking at that skyline. Now, right here in Metro Detroit, we've got moderate, but also some pockets of unhealthy for some, meaning sensitive people, people with asthma, respiratory issues, senior citizens, certainly. So is it going to get better? Let me switch sides here so you can really take a good look at the clock. 6 o'clock tonight, the thickest, obviously the heaviest smoke is over in New York and along the East Coast. But as we go through time, 10 o'clock tonight starts getting a little bit worse here in Metro Detroit. Definitely worse by tomorrow morning. And then according to this model, it's Friday morning. We're not under an alert for Friday yet, but it could be extended. That's when we start getting into unhealthy for everyone, not just people with respiratory issues. So that's something we will be monitoring here. Things you can do: carpool, bike to work, check on seniors, try not to refuel your car, and then also make sure you take care of your pets, keep them inside as much as possible.
Hey, Kim. Michigan today became the 26th state to adopt a hands-free law aimed at preventing distracted driving. The law bars people from using phones without hands-free technology while driving. Fines will start at $100 for a first offense, then increase to $250 for subsequent offenses. Those fines will double if the violation happens during a crash. The law takes effect June 30th, and drivers can expect a strong enforcement campaign around the July 4th holiday. Today's signing took place at the USA Hockey Arena's Kiefer Memorial Rink, named after Mitchell Kiefer, who was killed by a distracted driver in 2016 and whose father has spent years advocating for this new law. Governor Whitmer became emotional discussing Mitchell's legacy.
You know, there's a beautiful memorial just in that room to Mitchell, and you can't help but get teary just looking at it. This young life cut short by a distracted driver, a freshman at Michigan State, you know, all around great guy. You can see his fellow hockey players signed his hockey pads instead of a book at their funeral. And so it's real. And to see a family who turns their pain into a cause to protect other people is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen as a public servant.
Well, states with hands-free laws have seen distracted driving accidents decrease by as much as 20%.
A little more than 3 months, the North American International Auto Show returns, sticking with that September slot first adopted last year. Today, we're learning more about how organizers hope to reignite interest in this big event. Business editor Rob Maloney live with a look at what we can expect this year. And Rob, that's the goal here. We got to get back to calling it and thinking of it as a really big event.
Well, and that's the thing. You know, they went 4 years without it. Then they tried to come back last year, and they did. It was a very good effort, but they know that they could do better, and that's exactly what they went to work on this year. And they say coming back in September is going to be for real and very important. Some of the more famous world auto shows have disappeared, but not the North American International Auto Show. It's ready for year 2 of its September run after 30 years as a January show. Show chair Thad Zott tells Local 4.
And I think we learned that we really need to keep screaming that to raise awareness on we moved the show to September, because I think there's still a lot of people that would consider going to the show that still don't know that we moved it.
You'll recall, if you made it downtown last year to the show, that it had its fun with ride and drives at Ford and Chrysler inside Huntington Place. They're going to return in some fashion, but they're also going to be adding a new twist for electric vehicles. They're ready to roll out what they're calling the Powering Michigan EV Experience indoor track right in the middle of the show floor.
We have a great stage, but the cars are really the stars, right? People want to come to the show to see all the new models, the new technology, the new vehicles, and we did a much better job, I think, over the last year of really dialing that in.
And they say they've attracted 24 automakers to this year's show, double last year's number, and include some who've never even displayed vehicles at an auto show.
They want to showcase their new EV technology and get people, you know, in the vehicles experiencing that technology. Now they can do it at an auto show with different models on an indoor track. So we're really excited about that one.
And of course, last year they're saying, well, where are all the unveilings? Well, this year they say they're going to have them. Stellantis already agreeing to unveil 2 vehicles, and other car companies saying that they will probably be going along. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all rolls out. Reporting live in Detroit, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
We're moving into the big event cycle here.
I know, it's like nonstop, it feels too. All right, well, the 4-day of effort to beautify the city at the heart of Oakland County got underway today.
Yep, volunteers turned up in Pontiac ready to remove litter, do some landscaping projects. Victor Williams live with a look at their efforts and what it takes to bring people together to do this. Victor.
Oh yeah, Devin and Kimberly, you know, it's so good to know that we have people in this world still there to lend a helping hand.
People helping people. It's wonderful to see.
For the second year in a row, the streets of Pontiac are cleaner, with the 4-day event rightfully named Picking Up Pontiac.
Volunteers are our heroes. We invite folks out to help us if you'd like to volunteer and help us clean up the city.
Grace Centers of Hope is the 80-year-old nonprofit behind the event.
Grace Centers of Hope owns approximately 60 houses here in Pontiac, and we're cleaning up our neighborhoods, especially today and in the next few days, and helping others as well.
From June 7th through the 10th, volunteers will clean downtown Pontiac neighborhoods with landscaping, painting, trash removal, and even more.
This was a $3,500 grant from the Home Depot Foundation, and again, give back to those that maybe are less fortunate than us.
Several major sponsors will be backing the cleanup, including the likes of Chase Bank, Stellantis, Earth Art, and Home Depot.
We at Home Depot have 8 values that we live by, and giving back is one of those. These stores that are here are anywhere from White Lake, Auburn Hills, Lake Orion, Pontiac, and we come together to just do that, live our value and give back.
The goal is to not only clean up the streets, but to also take care of the less fortunate who may not be able to do so themselves.
We receive no government funding. We have about an $8 million budget a year. We believe in people helping people. We're seeing tremendous success.
And you still have till about the 10th to go ahead and help out if you guys like. They are still looking for volunteers to help out through the hours of 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Really nice to see some folks coming together that way. All right, Victor.